From this event, and we are so glad that you guys are here in Hallmark. We hope that you guys come back. We got another poll. We got another interview. We got all kinds of stuff at the time here before we finish an hour here. All right, we're back here. We're finished. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
There was a lot of confetti there.
A lot of confetti. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Ryan DeBroux, welcome to Let's Grow Pulling, sir. How are you tonight?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good. Did you ever think you'd get to pull your super semi truck in the Freedom Hall?
No,
Going
that was
backwards?
pretty cool. That was pretty cool. That was very short.
Yeah.
Normally we go, 330, 360. Mm-hmm. And I think we had the whole sled 100 feet quicker than normal. So, and it's not like, in summertime, if they had told you, hey, we're going to take 100 feet off you guys. All right, fine, great. But when you're in Freedom Hall, you're heading for the wall, and there's no give there. So it was awesome. It was very cool to be in there. It was an awesome event. It was a lot of fun.
Did you talk to the sled operators at all? Because that's always the big thing for you guys is, you guys weigh 20,000 pounds, and did we bring enough weight to stop the semis? What was his game plan to get you guys stopped?
He said he would get us stopped. He wasn't worried about that. A couple years ago, we were able to pull inside, was that Cloverdale?
Yeah.
And Cloverdale was fun. Well, actually, you were announcing there, Jason. Cloverdale was fun because we got to use our summer gear. The sled was in the summer gear. Everything was normal. And in Freedom Hall, being so short, that was quite a hit. But obviously the truck didn't like it, but that's the gremlin I've been dealing with second half of the year here. For last year, I should say.
The confetti?
Yeah, well, the confetti, I successfully broke both ends of the drive shaft. So
nicely
that's
done.
kind of like breaking a chain in 3 pieces. Anyone can break it in 2. So we put it in 3 pieces.
That's a quick change drive shaft.
Yeah. Have a spare one in the trailer.
So it's
That's
Monday
a bad
night.
sign, right?
Yeah. It's Monday night, May 2nd. We just lost Ryan. I don't know what happened, but he was with us there for a little bit. I think we'll say Crystal jinxed him. But Let's Grow Pulling Live. Ryan DeBroux was one of the first people we contacted about the Pullers Championship and asked him to help us out with the semi-truck class. And he has Playing with Fire, and hopefully we didn't lose him because he was doing really good and the internet was fine. Ryan, can you still hear us?
Here he is.
Ryan, can you hear us?
All right. Apparently my tablet is draining faster than it's charging. So
Okay.
Does this work?
You'll have that.
We can hear you. Yep.
All right, perfect.
So, well, anyway, so we got Ryan DeBroux with this Light to Fire, Playing with Fire, excuse me. Ryan, you're from New Franken, Wisconsin, right? It's up by Green Bay?
Yep, we're just east of Green Bay, so we're the bottom of the thumb of Wisconsin.
Gotcha. So before we get into, we always like to hear your story. What are you hearing from your fans about the Pullers Championship? What are you seeing on social media? Kind of give us your overall impression so far.
Well, for a whole group of promoters, you guys are doing well getting your information out. There's people talking about it. You guys were promoting the live stream, so even if they're not able to attend in person, I know there's a lot of people excited about either going or being able to catch the live stream.
Yeah, we picked Nashville, Illinois because of Brad Holzhauer and actually it's kind of centrally located. Ryan, I know it's a pretty good run for you, but we have pullers coming from California to New York to northern Wisconsin. I don't know how far south we've picked people out of, guys. Probably Texas, right? The Blagraves and Nelsons and Neves, and so I mean
That sounds about right.
I don't know if we put a big dot in the middle of America, Ryan, where it would land, but that the deal that Brad Holzhauer put together for us, let us use those grounds, and he's really got our back on this, Ryan. It's amazing, and the fact that we've raised enough sponsorship too as well. All the live stream money goes back to the pullers as well as the gate money. So we're beyond stoked about that. We have it's not like we're using brand new live stream people. Ryan Zolik has been live streaming with Clint Tucker with What Smoking Promotions. Brent, 5 years now, probably
3.
Yep.
3. So
2020 was the first time at Gordyville was the first time we did it.
So, but we're pretty pumped to have that. So, if anybody has any questions for Ryan DeBroux, Playing with Fire Super Semi Truck Puller, please type them in the comments. He was on with us with his video, but he doesn't pay his electric bill or something, so we can only hear his audio. But that's okay. So, but no, we're excited to have Ryan on the show tonight because he's been a big proponent, a big supporter of this. Talking to the semi truck guys about this, and we obviously opened up the show with the video of him pulling his truck at Louisville. Ryan, I got to know you in Richland Center when you came down to our Maypole to get some test passes on the old Playing with Fire back in the day. Could that have been maybe 2014? Is it how long you've been pulling now?
It's my 11th year.
10.
I haven't done the national circuit for all those years, but it was a few years after that, Jason. Down at your event, then we started doing some PPL events, and and then we committed to PPL and NTPA and start traveling farther. That was also during your rain seasons too.
Oh yeah, no, I can make it rain. So I just hope I can make it rain. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope I don't jinx this one. So, but this isn't just me. This is everybody. So I'm gonna blame it on Paul if it rains.
So yeah, the picture you showed on that's an old school picture. That's when we both had both stacks were on yet. The truck was longer, still had fuel tanks. It's been shortened. I don't know how many times. Eventually we had to get rid of the stacks and shoot the smoke right out of the hood. We had to do a hood stack in order to deal with back pressure and everything else. It just was easier to do that than fight with it. So it's been a long evolving process. I mean, 11 years ago, that used to be my work truck. It was a different color. It was teal. In 2000 and I don't know if it was 12, we must have repainted it. And it's pretty much what it is today, or what it looks like today.
That's awesome. I'm rolling through your Facebook page right now. I'm going to go through, guys. I'm going to go look for some pictures and videos. Start talking to Ryan.
Ryan, when you repainted that, it was still street legal, correct?
Yes, it was flirting with it. It was still street legal, but it was no fun to drive on the road at all.
I'm sure not.
It would basically make day into night, and then it was just a lot safer to put it on a trailer, and that was a long time ago. And then it's been the big toy ever since then.
Ryan, we got a question from Travis Schlaubaugh here. How much ice do you use in a pass?
We have a huge ice tank. I mean, we have the luxury of a lot of space compared to like some of the tractor classes. We put one of those big coolers and a half, so I don't know if that's 110 pounds, 120 pounds of ice.
Wow. And you'll use that completely in a pass then?
Yep, it's the second best use.
I'm super excited to have the semi trucks at the Pullers Championship. They're always a crowd favorite, Ryan. I mean, what made you decide? I mean, Is this something like you grew up with, or your dad did, or your neighbors did, or what made you decide I want a pulling truck, a big semi pulling truck?
Well, we always went to the tractor pulls. Around here, I've been to Toma a couple times when I was younger. The now I can't even think of it. What's the one over there by the strip club?
Macville.
Macville.
Bill, I knew you guys would know the answer.
But Ryan, what's the name of the strip club? That's the real. Anybody know?
Yeah.
Bean Snappers.
Yeah. So
I only know because there's a billboard on 90, not because I've ever been there.
Yeah.
We've always went to that. The PPL crew had the semis up there years ago. Thought that was awesome. And then it just became a thing between a couple guys that owned some semis up here. We had to decide who was going to win at the local pull and who was going to buy beer. And that was the start of it. And we won at that event. And the next weekend, we washed up the truck and went somewhere else. And well, these are all old videos. This is at a truck show in Waupun, Wisconsin. Bent the valve at the end of this one. We've had our fun. You know, this truck's electronic injection for fuel injection, and we've been pushing the limit. And as far as like the NTPA and PPL, we are the top or the biggest diesel fuel injecting semi. So we've had the opportunity to run into a whole bunch of problems for the first time. Not always a lot of people to ask, and stumble into your own roadblocks, and we're the first ones to get to some of them. That's great to be on the cutting edge, and it also sucks because you have to deal with all the heartbreak and stress from that also. So the truck was always our electronic injection. It was never mechanical. So there's a lot of years that we washed up and loaded up and drove all across America, knowing that I was going to get my butt pushing the limit. And as far there's a lot of years that we washed up and loaded up and drove all across America, knowing that I was going to get my butt pushing the limit. And as far there's a lot of years that we washed
Schultz,
up.
I think you're playing your computer.
Knowing that I was going to get my butt pushing the limit.
He is.
I don't know what I did.
There's a lot of years that we walked
I
up.
think you're playing your computer. He is. Yeah, it's Schultz. There you go. You fixed it.
I can't do anything.
That's all right. My battery died. What was I saying? We were talking about back in the day running around, and they're like, well, eventually someday you're gonna start getting some stuff figured out and have some success as far as electronic goes, and we're finally, I think we're there now for a few years, and it's been a long road, but I'm glad we are where we are.
So, Ryan, with some of these tractor guys, they have ties to the brand, whether it be John Deere, Case IH. Are there any ties to the brand of this truck, KW?
I have almost everything's a Kenworth except my toter. And I tried to make it a Kenworth, but they sit so tall, there's no room for a bed over the cab of a Kenworth versus a Peterbilt. So we have all Kenworth semis, John Deere tractors at work, and Cat's the absolute brand loyalty for engines.
Wisconsin.
My mechanic and best friend Brad, he works for me in the shop. He runs custom, and he worked at Kenworth for 19 years. He was the cat man there, and then he worked for the local cat dealership. Basically, he was the help desk for the dealers in Wisconsin and Upper Michigan. and now he works for me full time. And he's the wrenches behind the engine. He takes care of.
Definitely doesn't take care of the internet.
No, his battery.
Oh, that could be too.
If you're just joining us, it's Monday night. It's May 2nd. We're how many days? 11 days away from the Pullers Championship. There's a question here. We're going to sell tickets at the gate, guys. There's going to be no pre-sale tickets, so be first come, first serve. But we have plenty of spots, so don't worry.
Nope. Don't worry about tickets selling out. There's not going to be any of that.
Because we have rooms.
No, let's shut off. It's only got 3%. That's
Tickets selling out.
shut yours off. Can you guys hear me again?
Yes.
We can hear you. We can see you from your eyebrows up.
Oh, StreamYard kicked me out somehow. Where did I lose you?
You're talking about Brad.
So Brad's my mechanic and my best friend, and he's the wrenches behind the motor. So when I unload on Monday morning, he fixes all the busted parts and whatever else I've wrecked on the weekend, and together so I can head back out of town on Thursday.
At Toma a few years ago, the motor ran wild at the end of the run. Is that the same as when we have an injection pump stuck wide open when a diesel super does that? Right?
Yep, exactly. So remember I talked about running into my own problems and being the first one? They told me it was physically impossible to have electronic injectors run away. But once you play with them enough, I guess it is possible. And yeah, ran away. Like in that video, I don't know if the video you guys can see it or not, or my wife has it, but you can see the crowd clearing out next to me. When I shut the key off, it's supposed to be one of the 3 ways to shut the motor down. It shut off my data logger also, and I know I was clearing 5,200 RPMs when I shut it off, and it kept running. But it was running so smooth. So then I tried to pull the air knife, but it was sucking so hard. I had a thin air knife, and it flexed it so much that it bit in the track. So now that I know that happens, now we have thick air knives, and we've doubled all the springs up, so we should be able to cut off a piece of sausage in that air knife now. And ran away. That was fast. At the end of the event, you know how when you guys ride a Harley Davidson, you shut it off, you can hear how hot the motor is, and it ticks until it's cooled off. Well, that big cat was just ticking and ticking and ticking, and a guy walked up to me after, hey, how'd you finally get it to shut down? And I said, friction. And the guy nods his head and smiles, and he looks at me and he's like, friction, that's bad. I'm like, yeah, you're right. He said, it's all one piece, the motor's tight. So not every day is a good day, right, guys?
No. Pullers hate their money, Ryan, and that's just how it goes. Well, that's when you said tell somebody they can't do something in this sport, and somebody told Colin Ross that a diesel super couldn't run with the Alkies. And that's kind of what happens every now and then. So
right.
So Ryan, we got another question here. How did the rear end mural come about?
Last year we switched.
Right.
So myself, Brad, my mechanic, our fire chief, he does all the wiring. The guy that painted it, Joe, that's also one of our firemen. The guy that does all the stainless steel welding, he's on the fire department. He welds stainless steel at a cheese plant. So I probably have the only food grade boost system. And
Awesome.
then
Good for
some of the guys that help work on it, we're all firemen. Almost all of us are at New Franken Fire. It's not our full-time job, but so with all the horsepower you're putting through some of those stock parts, the stock rear ends and stuff, playing with fire is the right name for it. Used to shoot a fire out of the stack when I was going down the track. So that's how playing with fire happened. And then when we needed to put that box on the back to hide the air compressor, the air tanks, and the ice box and other stuff, the radiator, we worked with somebody a local vendor about making that wrap, and it turned out just it always impressed me. I thought it turned out better than I ever thought it would have. If you haven't seen the truck up close, guys, it's got mural of a lot of the 9/11 images, and so to our team.
And he's gone.
Rooster,
Schultz,
right?
if you're looking for the video of that runaway, it's 2017 Sunday afternoon.
Okay. So there's the Ryan put another quarterback in the machine. So I'll find some better pictures of that. Just zoom in a little bit. There's an oldie but a goodie.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's Roos. That's Patrick Catt used to run that sled for Lidke, that yellow
Yep.
sled. When you would come to Richland Center, we'd have Pat there, and that would be that old yellow sled if you remember that.
Yep. Have Hack run it.
Yep. There's Ryback. There he is.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, can you guys?
Yep, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shut off my. We'll try it. So
Gotcha.
we're talking about the wrap on the back. So a lot of the 9/11 images turned out real nice. So then we took that and we stretched that all out and put those images on the side of our toter. My goal was
Schultz,
to
can you hold that picture there?
look like something different from 200 feet. So it just looks like smoke and then like gray smoke on the side. And then when you stand next to it, you can see the 9/11 images on our toter also.
What'd you say, Yarn?
Well, while
hold
you're
this
there,
picture.
see right.
I was going to
hold this
ask you,
picture
and I
here.
think
So
this
you
is
see
where you're
right behind
going, is the air tanks.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Yep.
So these, it's been way more of a conversation piece than I ever thought it was. So behind the cab, the little aluminum tank, that's our fuel tank. We have 11 gallons of fuel. And then we have, right now, the 3 tanks, but there's 2 tanks mounted to the truck. And those are SCBA tanks. Those are the tanks that the firemen wear. And when we're talking to people in the pits, they're looking at it and, they wonder what's in there. They think it's something cool like, propane,
Nitrous.
NOS, liquid oxygen, whatever. Yeah, nitrous, all the, and it makes a lot of competitors super nervous, and that's fine too. That doesn't bother me. But while you're talking to somebody, while you're talking to a fan, all of a sudden someone will walk by that'll have a fire department shirt on. They'll stop dead in their tracks and they'll point at it, and they're that's cool. And so I tell everybody it means little to most people, everything to a small group of people. And so those air tanks are feeding the air brake system on the semi. Most of the guys have like a construction air compressor in their box, and it's not simpler to do what we're doing, but it means a lot to the firemen. So that's why we did it. I had to get special permission from the NTPA and from Lucas Oil. It says right in the rule books you can't have a pressurized cylinder, and except for semis because of the air brakes. So then I asked them to clarify, pressurized cylinder. Are we cool if it's these bottles? And they're like, well, how much air's in them? And I said 4,500 psi. And the guy said, wow, is that safe? And I said, well, right now every firefighter in America puts one on their back and runs into a burning building with that air bottle, and they're fine with it. And they said, well, if it's good for you guys, it's good for us. So
Cool.
That's awesome.
So we did right away when we got rid of the compressor, and if you're wondering why we got rid of the air compressor on the engine, that engine only does the pulling. The power steering's off of it, the fuel pumps, the water pumps, the fan, alternator, all that stuff is off of there. And the truck just does the pulling. Everything else is ran by an electric motor or battery pack or something like that.
Hey Ryan, who
this brings me to a chance. So say that again.
Who painted it? Who did the mural?
1330 Wraps in Green Bay, Wisconsin did it. It really turned out nice. That was a long time ago that we did it. So this picture you have up right now with our golf cart. So we travel to all the events. It's no stranger to anybody at the polls. My wife Crystal is always with me at all the events, and then my 3 boys. Mark 14, Blake is 12, and then Chase is 9. And those 3 boys put on miles and miles and miles on that golf cart in the pits. They really look forward to it. All the kids, they all get together. Since we're doing the PPL and NTPA, we're basically every weekend we're gone somewhere. So our boys have all their different friends from different states, and when we show up, they're all ready to rock and roll. We get the golf cart unloaded, and they're gone for the whole event. They come back at night and they're bombing around all week. So at this event at Bowling Green last year, we broke the axle on my golf cart, and there was a bunch of sad kids. And Miles Krieger had an interview at Bowling Green with me, and the third thing he asked me about was about our golf cart being broken down. But I told him I had parts coming overnight for the golf cart. And the guy at the golf cart place thought I was crazy for overnighting golf cart parts. This is the only parts I have to overnight this whole weekend. I'll be so happy. So this is got it fixed. The kid on the back seat, that's Marshall behind the steering wheel. The kid on the back seat, that's Jack with the Glot team. He helped me fix it. So yeah, that's what Crystal calls the pit rat posse.
I like it. Got a couple questions. John Bohr from California, he's coming out with the Swiss Power super modified tractor. He's a firefighter as well. He wants to trade patches with you. Is that something you can bring down?
Yeah. I'll grab some. I usually don't keep them with me, but I will grab some. You bet.
Okay, cool. And then
Absolutely.
how much fuel do you burn in a pass, Rye?
Just over 3.5 gallons of fuel and 300 feet. We don't burn the most amount of water. We're really right around a gallon of injection. We don't really need a bunch of water. I know some guys burn as much water or more water than they do fuel.
Mm-hmm.
But with the electronic, with being able to play, so much, we don't have to go through that much.
Cool.
What size? Ryan's a fat guy. He wears 3X.
Okay.
Cheers, Ryan.
Yeah. What's that?
Talking to. There's 2 groups of always talk. What do we have to do? A question here?
Yeah, he's got a question here about the front set of rear wheels moving.
I actually had that same question.
So how the rules read is your back axle, your back drive axle, has to be locked out. It can't go up and down. It has to be incapable of moving at all. So ours is locked out with a big steel system. The semi-class is allowed to add air or hydraulics, whatever you want to do, to the front drive axle. But the rule states that the back axle is supposed to stay on the ground. Not everyone follows that so well. So sometimes you'll see at the end of an event where the truck, the back tires will bounce off the ground. That's what they're supposed to be limiting. They haven't been the most aggressive in limiting it. But why do you do that? That's to get more grip. You have 8 tires back there. You have to be able to get, all 8 of them to do their job. What hasn't Ryan done well lately? getting the front axle pushing down the right amount. That's where you see that hellacious bouncing that I had in Freedom Hall. That's the issue we're trying to work out right now. We had an engine swap last year. We finally got our new engine done. It's been a 3-year project. And that motor has the cradle system or girdle system, whatever you want to call it. So to try and keep the motor from trying to separate, you guys have all seen the videos of Jack and all of them basically doing it. So we put a girdle system on that's supposed to stop that, but it's heavy.
Lost him again.
Paul, why does your face come up? Why can't someone better looking like Ryan's face? Oh, nope, that's not. Ooh. Cody?
No.
I think Charles looks the best tonight, actually. So, don't you guys think? So.
Yep. We'll get him. He's back, or trying to come back.
Okay. It's a really good interview. He's doing great.
Got me back?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Got me back?
Yes.
So I was talking about how our new motor is a lot heavier than our old motor. So it's the girdle system. We have a new Weimer turbo. That big, beautiful turbocharger is heavy. And then we have, to try and make some of our maintenance better, we separated the oil out. So the engine runs on 11 gallons of oil. We got some Pico oil in the truck. And then we have a separate source of oil for the fuel pump and a separate source of oil for the turbocharger, with the goal of, if we do something to put metal into something, I shouldn't have to ship all kinds of parts across America to get checked out in a 3-window. So that all took a bunch of weight and moved it off the back of the truck and put it on the front of the truck. And we went up in horsepower and we totally upset the balance. So nothing's happy. And that's why we're busting drive shafts right and left. So I'm trying to get the new balance set up so that the truck is happier.
Ryan, we got a question here from one of our viewers, Mike Steffen. Have you ever cracked a block? No. I did wreck a block. We bent connecting rods and shoved a hole in the side of the motor. But never a block. So the block we run is a newer style block than what the mechanical guys are running, that have all separated their blocks in half. So so our style of block has not broken yet. But just to be sure, we did go with the girdle system this year. Yeah, that girdle system really, really helps on those high horsepower motors.
Yeah, a
I
little.
remember that pass. That was in Ellsworth.
Heard Capital Fall Nationals.
This one right here?
Yep. Yeah. Because I remember getting a still shot when you had about an 8 or a 10-inch candle.
Yeah. There's a different video where we took the lead. You can see me do a fist pump out the side. There you go.
We
tend to run everything pretty hot.
What percent of parts are one-off parts or specialty parts for you, or how much similarity to over-the-road trucks can you use?
Well, we start with a stock block. We start with a stock head. Manifold is aftermarket manifold that they can run on the road. Everything else is modified somehow. The drive line, it's a 46,000 pound drive line, came out of a cement truck. So the drive line is essentially stock. Some friends of mine, you guys know the Crazy KW boys, right?
Mhm.
You promoters know them. So they had a great idea. They took one of their drive axles before they installed it in their truck, and they drew a yellow line all the way down from the flange to the splines. And then a year later, they took it out to look at it, and it made a complete circle, just with all the twisting action going on. So I thought that was a pretty great idea. So now I have lines on mine to check them out. Figure once they get over a full revolution, they've done a good enough job for me, and it's time for some new ones. But the driveline is stock. The transmission is a Profab transmission. That's an old school Mac transmission. I think it was a twin stick. So Profab takes the casing from that and then puts custom shafts and custom gears inside. So we have 4 forward pulling gears. We have a reverse gear, and then we have a spot where there's supposed to be a gear and there's nothing there. And that is where we put it for the lights to light up for when they hook it up. And that's where our neutral safety.
Got another. Where'd he go? He was here. Now he's gone. And he's coming back. Come on, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop. There he is.
Gotcha.
What's the next question?
How much movable weight do you have, and where are all the spots on the truck you can move it to?
Movable weight. Our truck is heavy. Shut that up. We only have the weights in the back of the truck. And with the new motor, 600 pounds heavier, taking 600 pounds off the rear and putting 600 onto the front has angered everything. And so we're working on getting that better, but we only have those weights on the back. So far, we're heavy enough in the front that I never had.
Schultz, you're muted.
Yeah, I got to make sure we bring some 4X shirts. Got to tell him that. Let's show the video while he comes back on. This is Brent. I found this one. This is Toma, right, buddy?
Yep.
I'll turn the sound back on for this. Look at the crowd.
Wow, crowd is moving fast.
Somewhere Shannon Nelson was sitting 10 feet away drinking a beer, Brett, don't you think? Saying, bring it on.
And Ryan, you said that you got that motor stopped. You said you got that motor stopped. Basically, it just welded itself together for a minute until it cooled off.
Yeah. No, it welded itself together permanently.
Permanently.
What it did is it pumped all the oil. Yeah. It pumped all the oil out of the bottom and put it up in the head, and it just wasn't getting back down fast enough.
Get back fast.
So that's when we had to put some more oil in it, and we went to 11 and a half gallons is maximum. And hopefully we don't go back to there.
Right.
Well, Ryan, we're super excited to have you at the Polish Championship in less than 2 weeks to put on a great show. How far was the drive visit for you guys down from New Franken to Nashville? Have you checked it out yet?
7 or 9 hours, something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna guess 9.
Illinois is a long state, and it's way at the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah.
You are not far from the bottom when you're in Nashville.
My kids are going to be still in school, so they probably won't be with us for that trip. So it's probably just going to be Crystal and I down there. But when you guys are walking around the pits, make sure you stop by, say hi to us, check it out, look at the stuff close up. We got t-shirts for sale, and check everything out close up. That's what's great about pulling, the pits being open. You can come and check everything out and talk to everybody.
Do you have 4X t-shirts, Ryan? Somebody's asking.
Yep, we should have them in the trailer. Yes.
Okay. Right, Russ Dostal on one of those. So.
Hey Ryan.
Okay, we can do.
Your honorary crew chief Matt is also watching. Is he going down?
I can't remember if he told me that is his drill weekend for National Guard. I can't remember if that's what he's got going on. If he is, then he better be down there.
Gotcha.
You know,
all right, Ryan, we got Roos, do your thing, then we'll let Ryan go.
All right, Ryan, I think I've asked you this before, so if you want to change up your answer, go for it. But if you could steal the keys and go pulling anywhere, past or present, whatever vehicle you want, what would you take and where would you pull it and why?
Well, the last time I told you I would take Chuck Knapp's modified for a ride. But to take any of the modifieds for a ride, I mean, I know how much it shakes your chest when you're standing next to them in the stands. I can't imagine what it would be like riding behind those things. So I would take one of the big mods for a ride and see what happens.
One of these days we're gonna hook somebody up. I don't know when, but someday we're gonna at a pull, we're gonna say, you asked to drive. Now go get your fire suit.
Right. So
hopefully that happens.
Well, I'm damn sure I ain't gonna make it in a Mini. So
we're not gonna put you in a Mini. Promise.
Who is the biggest mini rod puller? Yarn, Paul? Who would know that?
Phipps used to be.
I was going to say Russell Phipps is not a small individual, and
he's a big boy.
He'll probably flip me in the ear next time I see him in 2 weeks.
He's gonna flip you in the ear in about 10 days, I'm guessing. So
yeah. Well,
well.
Matter of course.
Mr. DeBroux, thank you for coming on tonight. We're excited to have you at the Pullers Championship. You're a great ambassador for the sport of pulling, and you like good whiskey, and that's kind of why I like you the most. So just being honest.
I can't wait to see you guys down there. Okay.
We can't wait.
Ryan, what whiskey are we drinking when we're down there?
He's a Crown guy.
I'm always on Crown Royal.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Have a good night, Ryan.
All right. See you soon,
Thanks,
Ryan.
Ryan.
Thank you.
Yep. I'm trying to keep the show to about an hour or so because Paul's wife has accused us of a lot of things, but most of them are true.
It's not accusing if it's true.
It's true. This is true.
Oh, so Brent Yarn is taking over right now. Brent, thank you again for all the heavy lifting you've done for the Pullers Championship on the interwebs and the website and everything like that. So what's the plan tonight, sir? What are we drawing for?
Pulling super stock diesel trucks.
Yeah.
Hey, before you do that, why don't you show everybody what that mic looks like? That's got kind of a cool little detail on it.
It sure does. So for doing our live stream stuff, we're gonna have that little thing on the microphone. So I just put it on mine to test it out. It was pretty cool.
I like it.
So
We need to get those 70s ones where the foam is about yay tall.
like on the game shows.
The
Yes,
tiny
like Bob Barker used to carry.
Yep.
I'm sure Charles has one of those laying around. We could.
I bet he does.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
So, all right. Well, I'm going.
You'll know he does if he says something at the end of the show about getting your pet spayed or neutered.
Oh shit! That's awesome.
I'm going to share my screen here.
Hold on, Ryan. Brent, before you do it, guess what I found? Oh, yeah.
I have no idea. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the right price? $19.20.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm not paying that much for a microphone.
No.
I probably just clicked on clickbait. Go to some OnlyFans page. I'm not careful. Not that that's never happened before. So, oh, here's that.
Never.
Look at that microphone. Is
Yeah.
that Wink? Yeah. Look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
Those old game show, they got the best coppa feels out of everybody. They always had that woman just wrapped around. Love you, baby. It's gonna be okay. And you know they're whispering. Okay, that's back to the show.
Okay, moving on.
Charles.
We started talking microphones, and he magically appears.
All right, so here's a
He's
list of
genie
all
in a
the
bottle.
competitors.
You know, the right way.
And we're going to randomize this 5 times. So we're going to first pull Friday night's lineup.
So if you haven't seen this before, Brent has been doing some special lives where he's drawing the class polling order. So when the pullers get there, their numbers are already pre-picked. They're getting their number, they're signing up, and away they go. And then we're making it live on Facebook so nobody thinks that we're being sneaky or something like that.
So super stock diesel trucks will be pulling third class on the grandstand side. So this is going to be the order that I'm going to draw them for a number. So I'm going to move over here, make sure I'm on Friday, and approve. There's nothing here. There is nothing there. We're going to start here.
Paul, you got your NFL draft thing ready?
No, that's too much. I mean, I can't just be prepared like that.
So first, we're going to have Kent Crowder, and he's pulling number 135. So again, this works. Numbers are 1 to 1,000. You can only pull the number once per session. So if number 1 is pulled, you cannot pull it again, and my printer is off, and it is unplugged.
Oh, wow, we're really rocking it tonight there, guys.
So hold up. Printer's got to turn on.
Hold on. I got something to play then. Give me a second.
Ed's got a question down there about testing the live stream prior to the event.
What do you mean, Ed?
He wants to know if you can get connection to make it work before the event starts.
When does Ryan usually go live? About 30 minutes before, right?
Yeah, he'll be on a little bit before.
So we'll probably end up starting it. It might even be a little bit earlier than that because we really will probably be starting 15, 20 minutes before 6 to make sure that we have that we're pulling at 6 so we can do our introduction stuff beforehand. So I'd assume probably by 5:15 the live stream will be live.
Brett, can I play the promo video or are you ready to roll?
I just drew the first number.
Well, but you had to turn your printer on.
Yeah, turn it on and print.
What the hell? That's a fast printer.
There's 135.
You think Brent's going to have a slow printer?
Russ, we have seats for everybody. Is there going to be a spot for lawn chairs at all?
There will be no spots.
No.
All bleachers?
They will be aligned with bleachers. All right, Cody Hastings is up next with Against the Grain, 921.
Dang, that's a big number.
Yeah,
Ooh,
like I was
that.
saying before, we can only pull one number per session. So if number 1 gets pulled, or like 921 just did, a different class isn't going to be able to pull it. But plenty of numbers. 921. Still
Paul.
Yes, sir.
Where in the hell's the NFL DDD thing?
That one?
Yeah. One of you guys pulling pull stock tratters. That'll be the last one we decide, right? Probably, Brent?
I don't know. We're just kind of doing it based on what classes are full. We're still trying to get a couple people signed up, so it all depend on that. Kelvin Miller running the red is next. He's got 526. Nope, right, put a piece of paper in.
If you're going to the Pullers Championship while Brent is drawing numbers, type into the comments where you're coming from, or if you can't be there, where you're going to watch the live stream at, so people can see. I mean, I really feel like this is going to be. I can't wait to see.
Also, if you go to our Facebook page, there should be a post somewhere from today for a free live stream if you comment and share. So comment what class you're looking forward to the most and share the post, and you'll be entered in for winning a weekend pass to the live stream.
So we know where the pullers are coming from, but I want to know where the farthest fans are coming from.
All right. Jeremy Jaeger pipe stream is next here. Oh, I had that off screen. But he was 926, I think it was. Yep,
The farthest fans, I gotta believe, we got some guys coming from California. Yes, they might be traveling.
You're bringing like 40 guys.
Yeah, they may be
They're
traveling.
bringing like 3 motorhomes, I think, 3 RVs. Is what they said.
Sweet.
Yes.
All right. Aiden Hodges and On Borrowed Time is next. 516.
Rushville, Illinois. How far is that from Nashville?
Rushville's up north. It's a good ways, probably 5-ish hours, 6 hours maybe. If I'm guessing right.
And 516.
Don's coming from Neenah. That's up there by New Franken.
Rushville. It's only 3 hours. Wow, a big
Next
time.
we have Brady Ingram.
We probably will, Clarissa. We may say that Austin can't participate just to irritate him, but whatever.
Pick him. That'd be fun. I don't know if any European guys are coming.
Well, the plan is to have a pick 'em, but again, we're also waiting on pullers, so it's going to be more of probably like a couple days before. 653, and that was for Brady Ingram.
Brad, just get on a plane. It'll be fine.
Yeah, Brad, we get on a plane to fly down to you. You can get on a plane and fly up to us once.
All right, Brian Withrow and Nut Job 2.
We would expect no less.
23.
Yoga.
823.
Yep.
Lacey, if you want to help promoting polls, get a hold of us on Facebook. We have a program. So just send us a message on Facebook and Doug will reach out to you.
And Brian Withrow with the Nut Job.
Nut Job 1 or Nut Job 2?
920. There's been a lot
That
of
was one.
high numbers here.
Yeah, there have.
You can drive, Brad.
Wow.
Talk
Brad
about
Cottle.
929.
Whew, that's a lot of big numbers. Louisiana, Missouri.
And Nick Gillette. Top shelf. 834.
Man, that's some big numbers in that class.
We saw that truck run really good at diesels and dark corners, if I remember correctly.
We did.
I think Cody got a cool slow-mo video of that one.
34.
9 hours and Russ is 9 hours and 38. Davidson's got their 4-1 started. I shared that.
Yes,
Russ,
they did.
you just need to drive faster. Come on, this is easy.
Van Hazley, Rock Hard Ram, pole 656.
Back to Adam's comment. All I can think about is Cassie's post from the farm show, the Super Rooster running around. That's all I can think about. But we need to touch base with her, see if she's going to live tweet again or come out and live tweet for us.
She's a hoot. Zealand, Michigan. Jason Rack.
Mike Hearn, Bad Attitude, pulls 937.
Jeez.
Wow.
What did you do, Brent? Did you piss off the printer, buddy?
The printer doesn't choose the numbers, Jason.
Come on, Brent. It's my story. Come on.
937. And last one is Eric Stacy.
Reigning PPL champion.
Mokinya HD pulls 631.
Gosh, 631. He might be close to the front of the pack with that number.
Yeah.
First 3 or 4.
There is 631.
I'd say the bell curve's heavily weighted on the right side.
Yeah.
And there is your lineup.
And this is Friday night.
This is for Friday night.
This will be on the website too soon. Brent's usually pretty quick about that. So
Yep. I'll do it now while we're talking.
Yeah, this is going to be an awesome class. There's some big dogs in this one.
ooh, I just found a cool video. Hold on.
Oh, I thought maybe Brent's printer was starting to
Brent's,
rev up.
Get
Brent
in.
printer just
Printer
turned
doing a cold
into
start video.
Yeah.
Brent's printer just turned into an Alki Super.
It was running away. Pull the plug.
Woo-hoo. That's a beautiful tractor.
That will be in Nashville, fellers.
That will
Yes,
be.
it will.
I want that sign hanging
I was
on the
gonna say,
wall.
Be looking at that sign on the wall.
That's awesome. That sign on the wall, that would be expensive, Bruce, I'm guessing.
Yo.
Even the repops are expensive.
Uh-huh.
So lineup is on the website.
Yeah, I got a Snapchat from him the other day. He's getting excited.
All right, we're gonna do Saturday now. So
You know,
This
one
again?
person I'm proud of, Linda Shorter, has been a Sharon. She's been rocking it.
Oh, yeah.
The pull, because our goal, we talked about this, is turn the pullers into promoters. And she's
this
been
is gonna be the
promoting.
order for me pulling this for Saturday night. And
Hey Charles, you think we could get Derek to put some big tires on blue balls and bring it down?
We can't hear you, Charles. We can't hear you. Mr. Microphone.
I don't think Charles wants to be heard, it appears. Charles is giving you the middle finger.
How about now?
Yeah.
We
Yep.
can hear you now.
Yeah, he cut all that stuff out of that truck. So unfortunately, not gonna happen.
Boo.
He's getting excited.
all right, first for Saturday, we got Jeremy Jaeger Pipe Dream 614. Again, this is Saturday, so all those numbers get reset that were pulled.
But I will tell you that the race calculator says that a 4,100-pound truck clearing the beams at 171 miles an hour calculates out at 3,200 horsepower applied. So
Insane.
yeah,
I'm
Next
proud
is
of that
gonna be
kid.
Aiden Hodges on borrowed time. 924.
There's a comment down there for you, Ryan.
There is.
Jason's got one of those IH signs.
Gillen does, yeah. That wouldn't surprise me.
Adam, do you know what he's doing for the
Dylan, I
setup
don't want to know
when
what
he
you,
gets there?
what you paid for it, and I don't know what you want to sell it to me for.
Brady Ingram's Shy Diesel 251.
No numbers.
Again, if you're
Adam,
just
you
joining us,
do realize that when that thing goes on the dyno at UCC, the 104 will stay on the manifold and a bigger turbo is going in front of it. Just saying.
Nice. Does he just run a twin charger?
No, he's a single in drag mode.
Ah,
Brent is drawing the pulling order for the super stock diesel trucks on Saturday night. This will be posted on the website. Everybody has signed the
Eric
waiver.
Stacy smoking at HD 731.
Eric will not be first.
Adam Wilson's also done a very nice job promoting this event. Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, he doesn't generally get in front of the camera much, and he actually did that for like an 8-minute video that he put on YouTube.
yeah, that was weird.
But if I looked like Adam, I wouldn't get on there either.
All right. The nut job 2, Brian Withrow,
Luckily, I'm sexy.
86.
Beautiful. 86.
Damn, I don't know that we've had any other. No, we had a number one. Who didn't somebody draw the number one?
Yeah, Richard Dove.
Yes, Richard Dove did.
Disney first hook both nights.
Yep.
Yes. He's
Well, Richard
option
needs to
puller.
go buy lottery tickets.
Option puller both nights.
And Mike Hearn, Bad Attitude, 313.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Next is going to be Kent Crowder. Diesel, 12. Pretty sure he's going to be pulling first both nights as well.
Yeah.
I think you just got taken off of Kent Crowder's Christmas card list.
Yeah.
12.
Rough.
Let's see. Brian Withrow again with the nut job. He is 112. He might be pulling back to back. Oh no, that was Mike Kern. It was Withrow. I think that was 86. 112. And the next one is going to be Van Hazley.
Paul, you never found
Ram.
the sound? Paul,
8-6.
you never found the NFL thing sound on your phone?
I did, but that's played out.
Is it?
Yeah. I can't move as fast as Yarn does.
He is focused.
Blown right through him.
And Cody
That's the
Hastings.
ESPN. That's the Sports Center deal. You can't do that.
Shut up.
78.
Brent, wasn't it one of the Nelsons the other night that was back-to-back pulling too?
Yes, Don.
Yeah.
Yep.
He did really good down in Columbus, Texas, I saw. So
Yeah, didn't they take home the win with Little Whip or with Whippet?
yeah, I think so. Saturday night for sure. I'm not sure who won Friday night.
Oops. Wrong person. Alvin Miller running in the red.
Someday,
That's
Paul, we're
gonna
going
be
to get
two.
your computer, Paul Romack, and we're going to show you how to use it. It's going to be neat.
No, they're not.
No.
I like that he had to lean into that one to
Right.
make it clarified.
And give,
For dramatic effect.
yeah.
No room
It was
for
dramatic.
And
Yummy.
Nick Gillette, top shelf. 548.
I will tell you that Rolls Royce has a so different sound than everything else.
The motor you don't see, you experience.
Right.
Hey, Schultz. Thank you.
For what?
You were covering the screen.
Do you want me to cover the screen?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just give me direction, Brent. I listen.
Oh,
half the
Withrow with back to back. That sucks.
Oof.
Don't worry. I'll be down on the end of the track. I'll bring the side by side and bring you back up to the line, Brian.
No, I think you should ride in Ryan DeBroux's golf cart if the kids don't have it. So
I mean, we're in a place where I don't think a side by side indoor golf cart's going to be hard to find.
no,
Right.
There's a few thousand of them around.
I liked how he said that he's been trained well because he said we broke the drive shaft. I mean, it wasn't the kids broke the drive shaft or anything. It was we broke the drive shaft. He's been trained well.
Yeah, he's a good dad.
Yeah.
We've been talking about making the pullers promoters, and we have to show the video that My Six did. It's
Yes.
I'm going to bring that up right now. Brent, is that okay, buddy?
Sure. We're good now.
I had to check with the captain of the Pinafore. So this is on High Hopes or My Six pulling team, and these guys have been just promoting this since day one, and they're great people as well. So.
Hey, what are you doing?
Well, getting ready for Nashville, Illinois. Trying to make sure it's all cleaned up and fired up and ready to go. I'll just keep going.
This is so cool. What is this? Why is this guy landing in my field? Paul, can I get one of those?
Yep.
Okay. Will you fly it first?
Something you normally see. What's happening with you?
Oh, I was just flying around, man. I saw you down here checking out your tractors. Wonder where I can go to see that thing run.
Well, nowhere local here in the near future, but we are going to Nashville, Illinois to pull. We're actually we'll be taking off next Wednesday.
Oh, that sounds great.
If you can make it, that would be awesome.
I don't know if this thing will get me that far.
One of those every day. It doesn't look like you have enough gas to make it that far.
Not
but
this time.
yeah, but no, actually, I just wanted to show you. This is what it is. If you can't make it to the pull in person, you can actually go online and you can actually do a live stream of it. And actually, all the money through the live stream and people through the gates actually goes back to the pullers.
Well, that sounds great, man.
Yeah.
So where do I got to go to watch that?
Well, if you just get on, I think right here, thepullerschampionship.com, and you should be able to bring it up, and there'll be a spot there for the live feed. But all the money that is being taken in through the live feed and through the gate actually goes back and pays the puller. So any support that we can get would be greatly appreciated.
That's awesome, man.
So
Definitely watch that.
all right, well, I appreciate it so much. I don't ever see one of these. This is the first time I've had one of these fly in my yard. That's for sure.
Well, you need to get yourself one there.
What's up, Andrew?
All right, pulling fans, we need your support for this pull. We want to give a big shout out to the guys that have actually worked behind the scenes and put this all together. And it's not just the tractors, and it's not just the people setting the pull up. It actually is participation from the fans. So if you guys can come together and support this would be awesome. This is the first year that this pull is ever happened, and let's make it a great success so that the following years to come, it can be even bigger and better than it is this year. We just thank you so much for your support. Thank you for the opportunity to come to this pull, and we just want God's favor to be on this. So thank you very much.
That guy gets it, man. That's awesome.
He
Boom.
does.
I got goosebumps.
Mm-hmm. Lance, April, thank you. We appreciate it a lot.
And the dog, that little cute dog they got.
Yeah.
Yep.
As for the powered parachutes, don't get one. Just saying.
Charles, as an insurance guy. Well, guys, it's
People who
an
do this have been messed up with those. Ask
It's an
Photo
hour
Joe
eight.
about powered parachutes.
Oh, there's Lance and April. Cool. You're welcome. That's awesome. We're
Yes.
glad you did that. So.
Thank you.
But no, our goal is to keep this show around an hour or so, so everybody, gives us a good hour of their life. Does anybody have anything else they want to talk about tonight?
Tell us about the weekend, Charles.
It was insane, and it's going to continue all year because for this weekend and the rest of the OGSS races, we're going to have Ralph Maybrier from Total Venue Concepts doing the track prep, and records are going to get smashed. So it was pretty cool to see Derek Rose come back and take a 4,100-pound truck and go 444 in the 8th mile to 170 miles an hour. Prior to, if you'd asked anybody in the industry Wednesday if that was even possible, everyone would have said no.
Including Levon.
And so there's a $1,000 bet out there between Levon Miller and Derek Rose and Dylan Frankel that he can't do a 439 at 175.
Do they know who Derek is and what he does for fun?
Yeah, he'll do it. To see something that's not a lowered truck, it's not all slammed on the ground, it's not miniaturized, it's not chopped, it's not channeled, it's not anything. This full-size four-wheel drive brick of a truck going sub 4.5 seconds at 170 miles an hour to the 8th mile is just. I was slow on the call of that race. He was racing Ben Shaddy's Pro Mod Corvette, because I had to look at the screen like 3 times and wonder if like a baggie flew in front of the lights or something set it off early, but he was ahead and he did it.
Wow.
Just crazy. There's other cars that made changes. The Scheid Dragster has nitrous on it for the first time. They didn't get to use it.
Fun.
They didn't get to use it because they kept blowing transmissions apart. But
oops.
You know, well, and maybe they were using it, and with the better track prep from Ralph, that might be why they were finally breaking sprags in the trans when they never did before. Extra power. So it's going to be a real exciting season, but it's the same on the drag racing side as is it on the pulling side. Guys are waiting for parts. The turnout was low because they're just stuff not together, and I don't see it getting better in the short term, and that kind of a bummer.
One thing here, this video just got sent in to us, guys. This is Bunny just takes a look at how far are they from the pole where they live.
Golden
10
Gate,
minutes.
Golden Gate, Illinois is straight to the east of Nashville, probably an hour roughly.
Yeah, so it's just so cool to see pullers doing this. So thank you guys. Keep taking these videos, share them on your Facebook, your Snapchat, your TikTok, your Instagram, your YouTube, your Twitter, whatever you use. That's going to be so awesome.
Interesting note about that tractor. That, to my knowledge, is the only 4-engine mod that has ever been down the track at the track at Holzhauer. They came and made a test pass there. The only 4-engine mod that. What is
Schultz has too many tabs open.
You guys, I see squirrels. I have issues. I'm not that pretty, not that smart, but I try really hard. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
But yeah, so they're the only ones that have ever been down that track. They made a test pass a couple years ago, and Brad Holzhauer, who we have to thank very much for this opportunity. Brad is a horsepower junkie, loves everything about horsepower, so he's really excited to see these big mods go down the track.
Hey, I have a dumb question. Is there a performance benefit for the vertical blower hats as opposed to the horizontal?
It's a good question. To my knowledge, are Bunnages one of the only ones doing that?
I think Cameron
this
Neves
point-
has them on his too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I don't
No,
know
Neves
what
is-
Cotton Candy does anymore.
Neves is to the
Oh.
big and ugly, I think, and
Yeah.
Penderly.
It would seem like there's an advantage to it because of linearity, but the problem I think you run into and is the more modern designs go from a wide oval and then switch it on purpose with the spray bars to promote that turbulence and have the mixing of the fuel being sprayed. So I don't know. I'm just shooting from the hip on this since you asked, but I don't necessarily think that that's the hot ticket anymore.
I didn't know if that was more of a like an airflow. Of course, most of the time you want your air to go straight down into the motor. Those are
And
kind
I mean,
of
if that's which that's what we're all after, then the old school Gerardo barn doors would probably be the absolute jam, but no one uses those anymore. So
yeah,
Right.
There's a
Who else has shown some video, guys, that you've seen? I can go find. Jared did, right? Britschke?
Jared
Yep.
Britschke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
test
actually made a
pass,
test
didn't
pass this weekend.
Yes.
Fire that up quick, guys. He's gonna put fenders on it though, so everybody relax before he gets.
So the fenders are being remade of a lighter material. He'll be ready to go.
So this is Jared Britschke or Charles. Practice your announcing right now, buddy.
please welcome all the way from the West Coast, from California, Jerry Britschke. Hammer down, no fenders, no fear.
Swiss power.
I like this.
And he'll just take that sled home with him now.
I'd tell him bring it without the fenders. That old school look is cool.
That is cool.
It
Oh,
is.
Phipps. Go to Phipps's page. They did one.
Cornfield thingamajiggy.
Cornfield Cruiser.
Yeah, I believe it is on their team page.
Yep, got it. There's the man himself sitting in there. I should probably share it with everybody.
Maybe.
Maybe. It's up to me. They won, didn't they, Saturday in DuQuoin at that indoor poll we did?
It's Friday night.
Friday night.
Okay. Awesome.
Missouri Gambler was the other one, Ryan, I was thinking of that does the vertical.
Yeah.
Yep, Missouri Gambler.
Running Galleons does.
Galleons used to do it as well. Galleons just sold their truck. I see it. Herb Clark.
Steve Morris just did a video dynoing one of his SMX motors with one of those on top of a giant Whipple screw charger.
Yep, I saw
Stuffed
that.
in a Porsche. It's
Oh,
for drag
I
and
remember
drive.
that.
Yeah, it
That
looks
thing was
wicked.
rowdy.
Yeah.
This is something totally.
I founded it.
Another one that did a startup was Bargees, I believe.
Yeah, there it is.
Well, let me show this for a second.
Yep.
And I'll go find
Different.
it.
That we just gave you that little preview video, and looks really nice. It is taking us quite a bit to figure this out. Now, obviously, this is a SMX. For Danny
Go right
Hart,
to the end of this, Jason, and they'll show the dyno rips.
so
Steve
pretty unique,
commented on
different
the-
piece.
About the vote.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that.
And as you can see, and
They're chasing tornadoes.
fuel wanted. So why it's taking so long between?
The very end, Charles, or
So
Yeah, I think towards the end there. I don't know. I watched it last week. I'm trying to remember.
we'll turn around and show you the numbers. Now, we have been figuring out we are not going in the right direction. Since there's something to change with happens to be. Hey, you're Steve Morris Engines. I am Steve Morris.
I am Steve Morris.
This is something totally different.
Bargees, you said one of you guys?
I believe so. I believe after they put the second turbine on, they did a startup.
It's the judge pulling team, right, guys?
Yeah, I think so.
So is Bunnage the closest to Nashville, or is Bartlings, or what do we got?
Oh, Bartlings, shore fighting.
Hack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I
close.
forgot about those guys.
The Mike Egan's pretty close.
Does Bunnage have good internet at his house by any chance? Like, where's he? Is that something? Anybody live close to him?
Golden Gate is not far from here. I mean, it's right south of Route 15. Through there a lot.
Be neat to go to his place next Monday night if somebody could do that. Or is Brett Berg? We could get Berg and him. That'd be fun. Let's see here. Share. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. Okay, so that is. I don't judge. So we have two. How many turbines do we have, guys, competing?
Just the one.
The one?
Just the one.
It was a YouTube link. Click on scroll up.
Okay.
And in the description, it has a YouTube link.
Thank you.
I love that the old fenders are on the wall from the Allison tractor.
Yep.
Pulling teams are getting so good at promoting. It's so awesome.
The super stock behind them is also going to be pulling in the unlimited super stock class.
It's Daddy's toy, right? Is that what they call it?
That one is the original Judge. They sold Dad's toy.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, start your turbine.
Charles, look, there's a Geo tracker.
Yeah.
And two
Well,
really big
something to
air
talk about.
compressors.
Tractor is life.
You make D Nap all mad all over again.
Good stuff.
Very. All right, so we'll give you a little rundown here. So May 13th and 14th, Nashville, Illinois, 11 days from now. We should be getting pretty close to wrapping up session number one. So $15 adults, Kids 10 and under are free. We are going to have a kids zone on Saturday afternoon. We will have a pedal tractor pull with age divisions. We will have a bounce house. We will have Power Wheels demo derby. Bring your kids for that. We'll have, of course, vendors. We'll have some food. We'll have a good time. Come early. Check out these rides, just like Ryan was talking about earlier. And I can vouch for Ryan as well. I saw him at the truck show in Louisville, and there was groups of people that would come up there, and Ryan would, the hood was open. He would tell you basically what he told us tonight about the oil being separate in the engine and why they do that, and, avoiding cross-contamination of parts. And he is one of many, many, many pullers that will talk to you and tell you what they got going on under the hood, or if you've got questions, they're there to ask. They want to show off these rides. So we highly encourage fans to come early, get in the pits, and walk around and take a look at these things. And a lot of times they've got hero cards, for the kids. You can get some autographs and stuff. We do have event shirts that we will have there as well. So we will have plenty of those you can get, and you can have those autographed or you can keep them. I believe we've got 3 different colors coming, black, gray, and red. The design is out there. We do have a limited number of hats available. So if you're thinking about a hat for the Pullers Championship, you're going to want to get one early. That stuff is getting hard to get. It has been hard to get for a while, but we do have some of those ordered as well. So they're going to be on sale at the pull only at this time. We're not doing any online sales. We may do some later, but we'll see how that all pans out. But facilities coming together. New pit wall or new track walls are done down alongside the track. The grounds are in good shape. When we poured these walls, I think the last one, the east side wall, was done about 2 weeks ago. They backed a full concrete truck down the track. That's how firm the track is right now. We have not broken it open. We won't do that until we get closer to the pull. Seems like a lot of the big rains have kind of skirted around the track and the facilities. It's a little damp just like everywhere, but right now we're in good shape. So any updates that you want to know about as we get closer to the pull, make sure you watch the Pullers Championship page. That's where we're going to post everything to start, and you can get all of the most up-to-date information there. And then from there, we will share it out to as many places as we possibly can. So be on the lookout for that. We'll start doing some lives as we get closer to the show date, and it's going to be a great show. Really excited. Check out, if you haven't made any reservations at hotels, you're going to want to do that. Those are filling up fast in Mount Vernon. In Nashville is full. Brent has been good about keeping that updated on the website. So if you want to see lodging, you can go on the website and it tells you which hotels are full. There's links to all of the hotels that we have listed. So check that out. We do have camping available. If you're camping, please come in Thursday with your campers. If you are camping in a group, if there's a couple of you that are coming together and bringing campers, make sure that you come together. If you want to be pitted or want to be parked beside each other, we are going to be there to help get you parked, and we've got to maximize our space. So we want to make sure that if you have someone that you want to camp with, some buddies are coming, do that. We do have a lot of space, but if by chance, because we don't know exactly how many people are going to be there as far as campers, plenty of room for a lot of stuff. But if by chance we do fill up, there is a couple of places close by that we can do some overflow, but no hookups. It's all primitive. So bring your generators, stuff like that, and come out, support the pulls, support the pullers. It's going to be a great show. You're muted again, Schultz.
The address is in the comments and it's on the bottom. Somebody asked for that. So.
Yep. The Track at Holes Hours does have a location on Google. So if you just Google the Track at Holes Hours, it will pop up with that address.
And any information that you need, go to thepullerschampionship.com. There's all kinds of tabs up top. We'll give you any information that you need, whether it be for the puller or a spectator or a camper, whatever. It's all there. If you don't see something, that you have a question about, message anyone on this Facebook Live. Doesn't matter who, and they can either get you the information or they can point you to someone who can.
The other thing too is, again, no advance tickets. It's just show up and pay. There's going to be no issues with filling up, selling out, anything like that. There's no restrictions on it. So just show up and pay. Live stream again. You can buy it right on the website. So Schultz, if you want to scroll up and just click on the live stream link. I will be making. Found it. I'll be making a video here, probably yet tonight, and then posting it tomorrow on how to access the live stream. So if anybody has any questions, you can just refer to the how-to video, and that should get you to where you need to go. One of the other things as well is for Thursday for pulling more class orders. As right now, we're probably going to be looking at unlimited super stocks and maybe pro stocks. That's tentative as of right now. But once these class fill up, we might also do a third one. And because we only have pro stocks left, diesel super stock tractors, unlimited super stocks, modifieds, and semis. So we'll try to do 3, if possible, 2 for sure on Thursday, and then finish the rest of them next week on Monday. And for the event, there will be live results through Rodney Crum, Power Photo and Noise. And you'll be able to view the live results on his website. Otherwise, once the class is done with, I will be uploading the results pretty much instantly. Nick, yes, we're still taking sponsorships. Any amount helps. And if we end up hitting all of our goal for what we need to cover our fixed costs, then it just goes right back into the purse anyway. So you're just helping out the fellow pullers who will be there. So, but we still have a little bit of fixed cost to cover yet. So any sponsorship still does help.
Speaking of which, Paul, can you shout out our latest sponsors? I know we've had a couple join up and checks have arrived and all that kind of good stuff, and I can't remember who they are. I should have been a little more prepared.
Wow, you really put me on the spot here, but I think I can accommodate.
Figured you committed it to memory, so you know.
It is something that I'd look at daily. So the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association have jumped on for a sponsorship, so we thank them very much. KT Performance got that sponsorship today, so thank you, Kenny. Jonathan Schneider, he's our local DeKalb and Asgrow seed rep. He has come on for a sponsorship. And then Ryan, help me with pronunciation.
Majewski Seed.
Ryan Majewski Seed has jumped on for a sponsorship, so thank you as well.
And I believe they're Mershman and Wiffles.
Gotcha. So we've had some sponsorships come in here the last couple of days, and we really, really appreciate it. Like I said, we still have some fixed costs to cover, but we're looking pretty good at this point. We will take any and all, because like I said, any that we go over goes back into the puller's purse.
I cannot wait to see that super semi class. It's been so long since I've seen a semi class.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Especially one with Max in it.
The one thing with the semi class is a lot of them are waiting on parts. So
yep.
If it may only be those 4. There are a couple that I'm still talking with that they're hoping to make it. It's just going to depend on parts and weather. Again, that's just the name of the game this year. Is parts they're tough. If you don't have them now, and you're still waiting, I know there's a lot of people still waiting for parts. And if you break this year, that might be a thing too. You break once, you're done. So hopefully we can get at least 1 or 2 more semis. Just stay on the lookout on the page. And I know there's one puller that it might be like Thursday or Friday morning that they will know if they'll be able to make it of next week. So we just told them to show up So,
And Mick,
Dan-
that checking to see whether or not you can see or we can see your comments, that's going to cost you at least $1,000. Charles will call you tomorrow morning.
Dan,
But yes, we can see them.
Dan, we have not.
Hey, as long as you get my new sidetrack shirts done, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Dan, we have not got the pricing set on the shirts yet. We do have shirts and we will have hoodies. So if it does get a little bit chilly that night, we'll have some hoodies on sale. And I think we're going all the way from youth up to 4X, I believe. So we have a wide range of sweatshirts and shirts.
Okay, last question I have tonight. Who's already looking at the forecast?
No, God, I'm terrified to look.
Okay, we're not gonna. I just want to know if anything.
I can tell you. I look at it. As of right now, it's going to look like it's going to be some.
Somebody mute him.
Just leave it as that.
Right.
No more. No more. We're not talking about it. And we're not talking about it for a good reason, not a bad reason. So we're not going to talk about it.
Okay,
All right.
Brent Yarn, if you could drive anything, answer Ryan's question, and then we're shutting her down.
Mod.
You could drive anything, anywhere.
Mod. Bowling Green.
Brett Bergs,
Probably.
moneymaker.
Probably.
Yep.
All right, boys. Everybody keep promoting. If you see anything about the Pullers Championship, like, comment, share. We need you. It's for the Pullers. Pullers, keep up the good work. And everybody have a good night.
And sponsors, thank you. We can't do this without you.
No,
We really
Exactly.
appreciate it.
bingo,
Absolutely.
bingo.
All right. See y'all later.
I look at the forecast every day, but does that mean it's right? Well said.
True.
Night, guys.
All right. See ya.
But they never did, and the blowing and living it till it broke up and it rained down. It rained down like let the waters fall, let them rain. Are you interested in promoting or increasing the attendance of your truck and tractor pull event? My name is Jason Schultz, owner of the Beer Money Pulling Team, which has over 1.3 million followers across Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Our goal is to grow the sport of truck and tractor pulling and increase the awareness of the sport through our social media presence and highly engaged audience. We want to partner with you and help you grow the attendance of your event. We have a ton of promotional opportunities available and a full-time social media coordinator to make sure your investment is taken care of. For more information on promotional opportunities, give me a call, 608-604-5068.
Yesterday, how did you do?
I got second place. I lost by 4 feet.
And today?
I was 700 pounds light because I didn't really know the weight of the tractor, and that was the first time I ever pulled her. And today, well, let's talk about today. I put her in the 16,000 pound class. I put her in turret gear. They were all 280, 290. One was 310, maybe 312.
And you were?
I put her in at 370 feet right in the sand pond. The only mistake I made, I didn't put her right in the registration booth with the girl.